I just finished A Storm of Swords by George R.R. Martin, and I thought I have to do a review. It's one of those books, like I said before, I'm not really convinced about. I mean, the whole series, it's like masterfully crafted, but I still don't seem to really get into it. I now read the third book and it was a bit of a love-hate relationship as well. First of all, what I loved, there was so much going on in this book. What I told you about A Clash of Kings, the second book, is that I was bored because there was just nothing really interesting going on, and like in this book suddenly everything happened, and I'm just so excited what book 4 will bring because it's so weird. I have absolutely no idea in what direction it will go, and I was a bit because of all these spoiler around the third book. The thing is with the TV show already catching up on that book, I read a few things on the internet I wouldn't want to know, and although it wasn't a specific spoiler or anything, there was one thing that happened that I just could read about everywhere. And you know, I didn't know details, but when you hear about those things all the time, then you think about, yeah, what's probably going to happen, that everyone's so shocked about it. And that really spoiled a lot of fun for me in the middle of the book, I think. And after that, things were picking up extremely high and there was so much greatness. The downside, as always, there were so many people in it. Half the people, I just can't remember what they did, what happened. I read the graphic novel, I listened to the audiobooks, I read 3 books, and I watched the TV show till the 2nd season. And I still only now really understand how everything plays together, and I don't know, I think that's not good. I want to know from the beginning. Yesterday I talked to someone who watched all 4 seasons and I asked her how she liked it, and she said, yeah, I think I like it, but I don't know what's going on. I just don't know. If someone asks me what's happening, I can't describe it. There were parts in book 3 as well I was just not interested to read. Certain characters, I don't know if talking about characters is spoiling. Okay, I don't talk about characters. There was a certain character in there, I just don't know what he does in this book. He doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, he's kind of cool, but I don't know what is his purpose or what will happen probably in book 4 or something. So I don't like to read about him. There's a really great website on the internet called The Tower of the Hand. It's a wiki about Game of Thrones. And for every book they have chapter summaries of every chapter. And the chapter summaries are really great because they tell you everything what's happened, really everything, and all the people who were in this chapter and what happened. Just you don't have to listen to all those dialogues. And at times I just read the summaries, and then, you know, when something happened I wanted to hear about, I switched to the book. And nearer to the end I read almost everything, but I think the first half was a lot of chapter summaries because I don't know. And at the end there was so much happening, and still I don't feel for the characters. There are 2 or 3 characters that I maybe don't want to get killed or whatever, but I'm really not rooting for them. Most of the time they are just kill them off, I don't care. And if I read a book I want to fall in love with the characters, and I want to be sad when something sad happens to them, and I want to be happy when something happy happens to them. But yeah, happy and Song of Ice and Fire is something that doesn't fit together, but I hate that I really don't care for the characters. Other than that, like I said, the story is great. It was a lot more exciting in The Storm of Swords, and I dread the 4th book because people say that it is really boring. And if people who really like the series say it is boring, then what would I say? So I think about stopping to read the series and only watch the TV show, or maybe listen to the audiobook. But yeah, I think 3 books for me is enough. The book was great, but it's still long before 5-star read for me. So I give it 4 stars because the storyline is just awesome and you couldn't foresee what's going to happen. But definitely not more than 4. I think 4 is already really good for this book. For me. Not because in general, but for me. I thought about giving it 3.5, but I think in comparison to other books, I just have to give it at least 4. It should have 4. Even if I don't enjoy it, it should have at least 4, because it's a great book. I would definitely recommend it, and if you didn't like book 2 as much or struggle to get through the series, then maybe try it with book 3 or watch the first 2 seasons of the TV show and only read book 3, I don't know, but book 3 is so much better than the second, and yeah. This is probably going too long already, so happy reading everybody and see you soon.